In this video, I'm going to talk about the stretch modify command in Autodesk Inventor. I'm editing a 2D sketch right now, and our modify commands can be found on the sketch tab up at the ribbon here in the modify panel. And the stretch modify command can be found right here, second row, third over from the left. And to activate it, we just left click on that command. Now, the first thing we have to do is select the geometry we want to actually stretch here. So make sure that the little arrow beside the select button is blue, and then you just select what it is you want to stretch. Now, if you select your entire shape, it's going to basically work the same way the scale button does, and it will grow or shrink your entire shape. But if you only want to stretch part of your shape, that's where this command comes in handy. So let's say with this rectangle, I want the height of my rectangle to stay 1 inch, but I want the 2 inches to be expanded or to grow longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select just this end of my rectangle so that I can stretch it lengthwise only without stretching it up and down. So I make my selection, and you'll notice that these 3 lines here are blue. They're selected and they will be stretched. And notice that this one vertical line here on the left is still purple, so I have not selected this line. So I'm happy with this. What I do then is I come up to my little stretch dialog here and I click on the button beside base point. And now I need to select my base point. I'm going to choose the bottom left corner, so looking for that little green dot. And we're going to get a little prompt here, and it says existing dimensions placed on the geometry may restrict the intended operations. So it's telling me that, hey, you've got 2 dimensions on here, this 1 inch by 2 inch dimensions, and can we change these in order to stretch your shape? And that's exactly what I want, so I'm going to say yes. Now we're getting another prompt here. It's also telling me that this geometry is constrained to other geometry, and is it okay if those constraints are removed? So for example, with my rectangle here, I have vertical constraints on my 2 vertical sides. I have horizontal constraints on the 2 horizontal lines. There's perpendicular constraints. There's parallel constraints. There's all sorts of stuff holding this rectangle in a rectangular shape, in the sort of shape that we all know and love to be a rectangle. It's asking if I can relax or remove those constraints in order to stretch. I'm going to say yes. Now you'll see why. It's because when you use your stretch button, your shape doesn't necessarily hold the geometry that it's in. So in this case, well, I noticed a couple of things. I see my top 2 lines, or my top line and my bottom line, are still parallel. Same with my 2 vertical lines at the end. So it's left a parallel constraint on there, but it's had to relax the horizontal constraints on my 2 horizontal lines here in order for this shape to be able to stretch. So I can stretch just in my X direction like so. I could stretch up in my Y direction if I wanted to change the shape, or I could just go at any angle I want just by clicking anywhere on my screen. So you can stretch just by clicking, or we can enter in a precise input. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to come over to my little stretch box here and put a check mark beside precise input. You'll notice it opens up this little guy right up at the top here. And what I can do, because I'm working on my XY plane, it's given me options to change my XY coordinates. So my X direction is horizontal, my Y direction is vertical. So I'm going to change it so that my X gets bigger in the positive X direction, which is to the right. And let's change that to 2. And then my Y direction, I don't want it to go up and down at all. I want my rectangle to still have 90-degree corners. So I'm going to say my Y is 0. You'll notice that I'm getting a bit of a preview on my screen of what that would do. I see I still have my 1 inch dimension on the left, but up at the top here, I've got 4 inches as a driven dimension in brackets. So it's stretching from 2, which was the original length of the rectangle, 2 inches, and it's going to be 4 inches because if you look at my precise input, I'm adding 2 inches to this. So that's correct. If I'm happy with this, don't hit enter, don't click done. It won't actually keep this shape. You have to left click on your screen, and then it will actually stretch that shape, and the 4 inch dimension is no longer a driven dimension. I could actually come in here and edit that dimension if I wanted to. So that's how we can use this stretch on a simple shape like this. Now let's look at some of the benefits of this. I have myself a fairly symmetrical staircase looking shape here. So my staircase is 2 inches by 2 inches, and then each of these steps is equal in distance. So I'm going to use my stretch modify command, and I'm just going to stretch the top 2 steps here. I want the bottom step to stay where it is. So I'm going to make my selection cutting through the top 2. So the biggest mistake that I often see with the stretch command is students just not knowing quite where to cut that selection box. So you need to cut it through where it is that you actually want the line to get bigger or longer, I should say. So I'm going to make my selection just like this. You'll notice all these lines here have gone blue, and then at the bottom I still have 3 purple lines that are not selected. I'm going to choose my base point. I'm going to pick my base point to be the bottom right corner. I'm going to get my 2 prompts here, which I'm going to say yes to for both of them. And then you can see what's actually happening here. So those 2 lines here, so this line here on the left and this line here on the right where my selection box cut through, notice that those are the 2 lines that are actually changing. Every other line on my staircase here is staying the same as it was before. So wherever your selection box cuts through, that's the part that will actually change on your screen. So I'm going to use precise input. This time I want my shape to expand upwards, which would be positive y direction. I do not want it to expand left to right, so my x is going to be 0 and my y is going to be 2. We get a preview on our screen here. We can see, okay, this is what it will look like if you do this. It goes straight up. There's no wonky angle going on. And it's going to change that height to 4 inches when it was originally 2 inches because I'm adding 2 inches in the y direction. I'm happy with this, so I left click on my screen and I click done. So there are my 2 stretched shapes using precise input. This one at the bottom here, this rectangle, we grew it in the x direction. This staircase, we grew it in the y direction. Of course, you could choose not to do precise input and you could just click anywhere on your screen when you're stretching your shape and it will keep that angle and that distance that you move your mouse to and you click.